Good afternoon from Lad Peoples Stadium here in Mobile, Alabama, and welcome to another edition of South Alabama football here on the Prowl. I'm Renato Mazariegos alongside Samuel Brown, and Samuel, well, it's the last regular season game. South Alabama enters today at 6-5 overall and 5-3 in the Sun Belt Conference, coming off a pretty forgettable game last week up in South Carolina, losing 37-12. And as the national anthem goes in the background, we're going to go and take our first break here today. You're listening to the pregame show here on the Prowl. As the Navy midshipmen come on the field, I have to admit, this is one of the most historic college football programs ever. They go back to 1879. They claim the 1926 national championship, and they've had two Heisman winners, Joe Bellino and, of course, Roger the Dodger Staubach. And just I gotta admit, the job that Ken Niumatalolo has done here has been amazing. You can say that he's the best coach in Navy football history. He's led the Mids to a 54-35 record over 7 seasons. He's only second all time in Navy career wins. He needs 1 to tie and 2 to break the school record. And additionally, he holds the Navy coaching records for most wins in the first 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 seasons of a career.
And probably most importantly for Navy fans when it comes to the success of Ken Niumatalolo is their success against Army in his tenure there at Navy. I do not believe they have lost to Army since he has been there.
They won 12 straight.
12 straight. And that right there, I think, means more to Navy fans than any other stat that you can put out there.
And, of course, you can't forget their famous 2009 win in Notre Dame, the first time that an unranked Navy team beat a Notre Dame team since 1936. And we are underway here in Mobile, Alabama. Austin Grebe with the kickoff. It is Glover returning. He's got a little bit of space, but he is met hard just shy of the 30-yard line. And that's where Brandon Bridge, a.k.a. Air Canada, and this Jaguar offense will take over. He hands it back to Xavier Johnson, but he fumbles the ball, but it looks like it was recovered by the Jags. It looks like Joseph Selfelt fell right on top of that. Well, let's see if he still has it. They'll pitch it. And that will be a South Alabama touchdown, just like that. They give it to Terrence Timmons on the pitch, and he was able to bounce out, use that 5'7" frame of his, and just like that, the Jags got themselves a quick 6-0 lead. So Aleem sitting on in to try the PAT. Kick is up, and it's good. Just like that, the Jaguars have themselves a quick 7-0 lead here in Mobile, Alabama against the Navy midshipmen. With 10:56 left in the first quarter, you're listening to South Alabama football here on the Prowl. So here's that Navy triple option offense. It's quite a sight to see.
Keenan Reynolds, one of the best quarterbacks in Navy history. Seems like he's been there forever. It'll be tough to contain him today.
What's scary is he's only a junior. Reynolds, he pitches it, but it's fumbled! And it looks like the Jags will have it. And they do! 3rd and 3. Reynolds keeps. He's got the first down and a lot more. To the 50, to the 40, the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown midshipman. Keenan Reynolds. I want to say remember his name, because this guy he's going to be something once his service duty is finished. Welcome back to Lad Peoples Stadium. Coming off a 67-yard touchdown run by Navy quarterback Keenan Reynolds. And actually, we just witnessed history. Keenan Reynolds, with that touchdown, ties Eric Crouch and Colin Kaepernick for most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback.
And he did it in a pretty good fashion with the long 60-yard touchdown run, almost 70-yard touchdown run. It was kind of the shocks this crowd as South Alabama was playing so well. And another turnover from Brandon Bridge turns into another touchdown for Navy.
That was his 59th touchdown rushing all time. He's only a junior. 1st and goal from the South Alabama 3 for the midshipmen. QB sneak. Reynolds, they're pushing him in.
Looks like he might have got it on second effort.
He got it. Touchdown for Keenan Reynolds, and there's the record right there, ladies and gentlemen. Most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in NCAA history.
Actually, Keenan Reynolds is in the shotgun here.
Wow, this is probably the first time I've ever seen Navy in a shotgun formation. Reynolds drops back. He scrambles. He's got the first down and more. Gets to the 40 where he is tackled.
Probably should expect that.
That's using the shotgun to your advantage and having a mobile quarterback.
There goes that man, Keenan Reynolds. First down and plenty more. Because he's brought out of bounds. Keenan Reynolds is doing what he does best, using his legs to attack the defense. First and goal for the midshipmen. Swain in the backfield. Reynolds keeps. Looked like he got in the end zone, and he did. Keenan Reynolds adding to the record book. I imagine this record is probably never going to get broken because he's only a junior. And with still possibly 2 more games left to play this season.
Reynolds, he keeps, and he is stopped shy of that first down marker. I do not believe he got it. And looks like they're going to go for it here. They're going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, I was wondering, when Navy has the ball, they can almost get a yard at will. I can see what they do here. Got to the line very quick.
They're doing that hurry-up offense.
Possibly just trying to draw the Jags offside.
Now what they do is they send their slot back in motion, then he cuts back to try to read what the defense is doing. They hand it off. I don't think they got it. They did not. They hand it off to Copeland up the middle, and he's got himself a touchdown. Yeah, we talked about Aleem, but believe it or not, he has the most field goals ever in South Alabama history. That was his 32nd just now. Best kicker in South Alabama history, maybe?
Possibly.
It is up, and it is good for Aleem Sunanan and the Jags as we are now up 10-0 with 4:09 left in the first quarter. You're listening to South Alabama football here on the Prowl.
Give it to Timmons up the middle. He's got himself some space. Cut back to the 40, 35, 30, 25, where he is thrown to the ground at the 20-yard line of Navy. Terrence Timmons using that small frame of his to cut back and find himself some room, and he turned on the jets, but he was dragged down. But not before a very huge gain there.
Vaughn drops the snap, picks it up, where he will just throw it over at the Navy sideline.
Yikes.
Reynolds under center. They fake the handoff, and it's a fumble. The Jags look like they recovered, and they do. Dump off over to Houston. Picks up a couple yards, stays in bounds. Clock still ticking. So you can hear from the crowd, someone screaming, "Hurry up!" That's what the Jags need to do. They need to hurry up. It baffles me why they're taking their time. If it's one thing I've learned about college football, it's that it's not over until a team is up and it is 0-0 across the board.
I love the sport so much, you never know what's going to happen.
So 4, second to 14, minute 14 left. Jaguars have to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to tie the game. Bridge in the shotgun. Pumps. He'll take off. Gets to the 25, the 20. Tries to get out of bounds. He does.
I'm nervous. I'm getting nervous. I'm shaking. It's cold. Combination of it being cold and shaking and getting nervous is not good.
Cold. Basically, possibly the season on the line here. Minute 41. 4 4th and 3. Timmons in the backfield. Just 2 receivers set. Bridge. Pass is complete for the first down. Out of bounds is Shavarius Smith. What a first down there. Huge for the Jaguar offense. They stay on the field. Jaguars hearing it from that Navy section. Bridge will lob it up in the corner. That's a touchdown. Oh my gosh. They also bring in the blocking tight end Ryan Anka. Anka in motion. Now Shavarius Smith in motion. They run a sweep to Shavarius. He's got himself a little daylight. Gets to the edge. He's got the touchdown. Touchdown Shavarius Smith for the 2-point conversion. Season possibly on the line here. Bridge in the shotgun. Timmons by his side. He'll air this one out. It's complete. Shavarius Smith with the 2-point conversion. Got it. We are tied up.
What just happened, Renato?
The referees are discussing it, it looks like. But it looked like he got in.
I don't know what they could be discussing, possibly. It was clearly in.
Oh my gosh. Ineligible field. Ineligible receiver downfield.
I don't understand. How is there an ineligible receiver downfield? Maybe somebody lined up incorrectly. I didn't see a flag.
That is huge. But that, nonetheless, the Jags again.
It'll be the 2-point conversion from like the 8-yard line.
From the 8-yard line. See what the Jags can do here.
Can they do it twice in a row?
Timmons by his side. 4 receivers set. Bridge. He's going to take off. A flag comes flying. He hurdles a man, jumps in the end zone. He's got it, but what is this flag? Oh my gosh!
I don't know.
Brandon Bridge just hurdled a man at the 2-yard line to jump in the end zone for the conversion. But what is this flag?
Looks like it might be holding against South Alabama. So South Alabama's going to have to convert this for 3 straight plays. This is crazy.
A holding call goes against the Jags, and that pushes them back even more.
This is one of the craziest finishes I've ever seen.
I've never seen anything like this in my 21 years of life.
They're going to have to convert it for 3 straight plays.
3rd time's the charm. From the Navy 18-yard line for the 2-point conversion. Bridge in the shotgun. Timmons by his side. Scrambling. Trying to find a man. Bridge, you'll air it out. Man, but it's picked off in the end zone.
How lucky can you be if you're Navy? Honestly. How lucky can you be? They convert 2 straight plays. And they come up empty-handed.
Bridge is hobbling. Looks like Kemby Williams is hobbling off.
So it all comes down to the onside kick.
The Jaguars literally sacrificed their bodies there for those 2-point conversions.